Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. It is time for another weekend reading vlog. It is Friday morning and I am not at the gardens today. My little buddy and I are going to a pumpkin patch. We are going to go on a hayride and we're going to go see the pumpkins. And what else are we going to do? A little maze. Is it going to be so much fun? It is going to be fun. It's a beautiful day. It's just the right amount of chilly, blue skies, puffy clouds you can probably see in the background of my car. So yeah, I'm hoping to get some good clips for you at the pumpkin patch and yeah, just enjoy something different besides gardens. We are right in the middle of Catch-Up-A-Thon, my book of the month readathon I'm doing with Amy's Bookish Life. And I have finished 2 book of the month already. And I'm about a quarter of the way into my 3rd one. So making good progress, and I'll talk about the book and the reading and all of that stuff later. But for now, it's time to go to the pumpkin patch. It is nap time on Friday, and I thought, I'm sitting here reading, and I thought I would just let you know how it's going and what my plans are for the weekend as far as reading goes. So I am 168 pages into The Attic Child, and I'm really enjoying this book. So we follow 2 different timelines. One, a little boy, Celestine, he gets renamed when he's brought from the Congo to be the companion of this Englishman. And it's so shady. I don't understand yet how he's going to be ending up in the attic, because I know that at some point he ends up spending a lot of time in the attic. So I don't know if he's going to get punished at some point. I don't know. But this man is like praised for his philanthropy, and both in his country in England and in Africa. And it's just kind of gross. Like, it just doesn't sit well. He's an alcoholic, a ladies' man, dealing with his own grief, his wife and brand new baby daughter. His wife died in childbirth and the baby died as well. So he's just messed up. But so we're following Celestine in his story. He's 12 years old now. He came when he was 11. And he's just unhappy. He misses his family. He wants to go back to Africa. Like, he's just really sad. And now he's starting out, he's being sent to school, like a day school. It is a boarding school, but he's not spending the night there. He's just going to go for school. And I'm really nervous for him because he doesn't really go out of the house much, because he's like the only Black person in their town probably. And the one time he went down to the seashore, he was bullied by some kids, and yeah, just breaks my heart. So we're following his story, and I'm so curious how he's going to end up in the attic. Then we follow Laura as well, and she has 2 timelines, the 1970s and the 1990s, when she's about 30-ish. She left home at 15, had a very happy childhood with both of her parents until she was about 5 or 6. Her mom passed away, and her dad got remarried, and she is a beast. The stepmom is evil and abusive, and they go away on their honeymoon. Dad and new stepmom go away on their honeymoon, and the dad never comes back. Only the stepmom comes back. And she's just very abusive. So Laura hasn't spent time in the attic yet, but she's going to. And she's completely traumatized because I guess that stepmom, Nina, dies in the 1990s and leaves the house. The house is now in Laura's name, and she wants nothing to do with it because she was traumatized there for about 5 years, because 11 to 15. So neither one of them have spent any time in the attic yet. I'm a third of the way through this book. It's called The Attic Child. And I know that while Laura spent time in the attic, she finds a few items, the necklace and a piece of paper with some words on it that she can't really understand. Just a couple items that belonged to the little boy who was there in like 1906. So now in the present-ish day, the 1990s, the most current day storyline, she's doing some research and trying to find out more about this house, more about Barrington or Bennington, whatever his name was, and more about Celestine in particular, and who was this boy that spent time in the attic. So I'm very invested. It has drawn me right in. It's very good. I don't know how soon I'll be able to finish it. I am going to start Other Birds this evening by Sarah Addison Allen, and I don't currently have an audiobook going, but I think I have two that are not on my TBR that I have available on audio right now. There's Survivors by Jane Harper and The Secret Lives of Lydia Bird, or The Two Lives of Lydia Bird, something like that, which is more of a contemporary, possibly romance, possibly sliding doors type of a theme. I do like a sliding doors book. I think I may go with The Survivors because this Attic Child is historical fiction. Other Birds is kind of contemporary, kind of magical realism. So I feel like a Australian thriller mystery might be a good way to round out that reading, to have three totally different types of books. That is my current update as far as reading. I'm going to get back to it right now, and I have about an hour. What time is it? Yeah, I have about an hour before little dude wakes up. So I'm going to also start editing another video that I have for next week, and yeah, just get some good reading time in during nap time. Yay. It is now 9 o'clock at night, and I am done with dinner, and I sat out in the kitchen to work on a puzzle that I'm doing, which I'll show you before this video is over. So I sat out in the kitchen for a long time, just watching shows and eating dinner and working on the puzzle and taking my time out there. And then I was like, okay, I need to be done. So I brought myself into my library room, and I found a cozy nook fall ambient room, which I'll show you here, and I'm gonna sit down and read. I did go for a walk earlier. Before I even came home from work, I went straight to this park and just walked around for 30 minutes to get my 30 minutes of exercise in, because I did a video this morning, but it was only 15 minutes. So I just went for a walk. I wasn't power walking or anything like that. I was just kind of enjoying the scenery and being outside. It was a gorgeous day today. So I am done with that, and now I'm ready to read. So I'm going to alternate tonight. Oh, while I was walking, I did start the audiobook for The Survivors by Jane Harper. And so far in it, we meet kind of this group of friends who haven't seen each other in a number of years. And we learn that one of the friends 12 years ago something happened and this other kid kind of accuses him of killing the guy's older brother and his dad, like the other guy's dad, whatever. Two people died, and this kid Liam is blaming Kieran for it. And I don't know what actually happened. Like, did he really kill somebody, or was he responsible for some kind of an accident that caused two people to die? I'm not really sure. But just before I got done walking, someone else dies. I was like, whoa. So there's going to be a little bit of a mystery. What is actually going on? I don't know yet. I don't know, but I'm here for it. It's going to be really good. I like Jane Harper a lot. But right now, I'm going to dive right back into The Attic Child first. But then tonight, I'm also going to start Other Birds. So I think this one is going to be magical realism, contemporary. A young girl goes to her mom passes away, and she goes to where her mom was living, and it's in this kind of fancy home somewhere in South Carolina. I don't really know what to expect, except that every other Sarah Addison Allen book that I've read has had a level of magic in it that feels cozy and charming, not dark and creepy. So this, I hope, is going to be a little bit lighter, very heartwarming. This is kind of the expectation I have for it. Whereas The Attic Child is intense, and it's not creepy, but it's historical and a little dark and deals with some abuse. So it's a little heavy. And then The Survivors is going to have that kind of mystery. I don't think it's going to be thrillery, but it's going to have that mystery element as well. I mean, Attic Child has a bit of a mystery in it as well, but I'm excited. So I'm just kind of gonna hunker down. I might go make some tea in a few minutes, but I'm gonna read for a little bit first. So I'm gonna do my own little version of sprints. I'm gonna set a timer for 20 minutes, and I'm just gonna alternate between these two books, Other Birds and Attic Child, every 20 minutes or so. And then I'll get up and move around a little bit here and there as well, and make some tea. And yeah, that's going to be my evening for the next couple hours. I did make my to-do list for tomorrow. I have quite a few things I would like to get done. And then I don't really have anything else tomorrow, except I'm babysitting at like 4:30 till 8:30ish or 9 o'clock. I'm not sure what time I'm going to get done, but I don't expect it to be a late night. But yeah, so tomorrow's going to be the get her done day. Things need to happen. But for now, it's time to read. Oh, hello. Here I am in my chair as usual. It is about 1:30 or so. Actually, I have no idea what time it is. It's afternoon. And I had a very productive morning. I painted my nails. It looks black, but it's a dark blue. I changed the sheets on my bed. I've done some laundry. I took some books to the post office that I sold on Pango. I stopped at the grocery store for some lettuce. I had lunch and worked on my puzzle. So I've had a very productive morning so far. I just am now getting back into doing some sprints, personal sprints. So I just did a 20-minute or 15-minute reading of Attic Child. They've both been in the attic now, and it's so sad. It's so sad and heavy, but I'm more than 50% now. So make some good progress on that today. I'm also almost halfway through The Survivors, because I listened to this quite a bit while working on my puzzle this morning and while I was running to the post office and stuff. And this is quite the mystery. So like the second person we learn about the people who died in the past and those who are still grieving and recovering from that. And then we have the other girl who just died, and the mystery of how that all came about. Kieran is kind of the main character. He's the one we're really following the most. His dad, in a way, is a suspect, but he's in stages of dementia and doesn't always know what he's doing or saying, but like gets out of the house and often goes to the beach, and that's where this girl died. But he is remembering a girl who died during that storm a long, long time ago. I don't know. There's just all these little secrets that are coming out about the townspeople. I'm very invested in that as well. And then last night, after I last talked to you, I read a couple more chapters in Other Birds. So I'm still at the very beginning of this one. and I'll continue. Right at the beginning of this one, someone died as well, and so there's the mystery of that. But the tone of this is lighter and charming and whimsical, whereas this is intense and mysterious, and then this one is just sad and horrible. Like, anytime that abuse is involved, it's just like my eyebrows sit together. But I am on a cleaning sprint right now, so I need to get up. I'm going to throw some things in the trash from times that I've eaten in here and go switch some laundry and fold some laundry and work on cleaning the bathroom and just kind of around the house cleaning things, and then come and do another reading sprint. I have 2 things I'd like to film today if possible and get that going. Just some stuff around the house, stuff and things. I'll check in later. Still doing my sprints, and I'm about to bare my soul. Cleaning is not my favorite activity, and this dresser has become a catch-all for all sorts of junk. Getting ready products, earrings, deodorant, like everything is just a mishmash on this dresser. So I'm setting my timer for 15 minutes and we're going to see how it looks at the end of 15 minutes. But let's just say it will not look like this. Yikes. Please tell me I'm not the only one. The power of a sprint is for real, you guys. So here's my dresser now. Way better. I still have a pile here that needs to get taken care of. And this like just off the dresser pile I also need to do, but I pulled my dresser out, got tons of things out from behind it, dusted the whole thing, and started to reorganize all in a short 15 minutes. It's amazing what you can do in 15 minutes. But now I'm going to be done with that project for now and go back and read for 15 minutes. Yay for sprints. I finished my puzzle. Cross that off the list for the day. Yay. All right, it's 4:30 and I am about to go babysit for the night. And I walked outside my house and there was an Amazon package sitting there that I did not expect. I wasn't expecting one. I didn't order anything. So I thought I would open it with you. I'm trying to find the little paper that goes with it. It says who it's from. Amber, thanks for letting me join in on the Besties weekend. It was so great to meet you. A little something to say thanks for letting me crash at the Airbnb. So unnecessary and thoughtful at the same time. Oh, yay. It's The Sun Sister by Lucinda Riley. I think this might be the only one left that I needed. There might be 2 left. The Missing Sister. I think number 7 I still need. But I need to make some progress on this series because now I have quite a few of them. Look at that gorgeous cover. I've only read the first one and I really liked it. So I need to move on to book 2. And now Amber has helped me with one of the ones in the series. I don't know where the Sun Sister comes in the series. So let's see. I can hold this open. The Seven Sisters is the one that I read. Then there's the Storm Sister, the Shadow Sister, the Pearl Sister, the Moon Sister, and then I'm assuming the Sun Sister would be book 6. So the second to last. I think there are 7 in the series from what I remember. Thank you, Amber. That was so nice of you. I have a couple other things that have come in. I did say that I probably wasn't going to do a haul in October because I'm not buying anything in October, but I have quite a few books that I ordered in September that have now come in, and my pile is pretty big, so I should probably do a haul. So that'll happen later this month. All right, I'm running a little late. I need to go babysit. It is now just about 8 o'clock and the kids are sleeping. Just finished putting everybody to bed. So I have almost 2 hours. They think they won't get home until close to 10. So I have just about 2 hours to read The Attic Child. I might be able to finish it or get really close. It was getting good this afternoon and we were starting to see if there might be some kind of a connection between the 2 people the 2 kids who were kept in this attic. Oh man. It's good. I really love this book. I did have a handful of people tell me that it made them cry, and I've been on the edge of tears so far, but I haven't actually cried yet, but we'll see. the potential is there for sure. Right, I am back home. I just took a few minutes to look over my lesson for tomorrow, make sure I'm all set for that. And it's almost 11 and I'm really tired. So I'm gonna go to bed, but I do just wanna say I was so close to finishing this. I think I have about 80 pages left. 403 to 60. I have 60 pages left. It did make me tear up at one point. It's just really good. I'm very, very much enjoying this book. I'm so curious if any of these people are real people. Like, it is historical fiction, but I've never heard of anything like this before. So I'm very curious if these are real people. Very, very good. And then I also am nearly done with The Survivors. I just have this little bit left right here. I think it's actually 4 hours on the audio. It's possible I could finish this one tomorrow as well. Also really enjoying this one. Yeah, the mom and dad of the girl who died at the beginning of this one have just made it onto the island, and the mom is not happy. People on the island are kind of banding together, and they're convinced that it's a summer person or a tourist and not somebody who's local. But the mom is like, I don't know if I believe that. I just think the person who did it could be sitting right here in this room. They had a little community meeting, and I'm starting to have some suspicions about who it could be. But I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to be right or not. We'll see. But very good as well. I'm really enjoying that. And then I didn't read Other Birds very much today. I read a chapter or so this morning, but not very much because I really focused on these two, Attic Child and The Survivors. So got a lot of reading done today, and it was very productive, like as far as cleaning around the house, and yeah, really just that's it. I did not end up filming, but I will save that for tomorrow when my hair is all done and whatnot. And I think I'm supposed to have lunch out tomorrow with some girls from church for our Eat the Alphabet. We are on the letter W. So I'm going to look up some W restaurants right now, and then I'm going to bed. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hey friends, just got done with church and I curled my hair today. I'm kind of digging it. And we're headed to this place called Wood and Iron. I've never been there before, but my gals from church and I go out about once a month, but we've been really sporadic lately. And we go to a restaurant with the next letter of the alphabet. And so we're on W. We only have 4 left. So Wood and Iron today. Yay! Now that I can actually see my hair, it's looking a little scraggly, but it is what it is. I also wanted to say that we are having problems with the AC at church, and in the kids area, the radiators were like squealing the whole time. So I am fighting a headache like crazy right now. Oh, it was a good day. We had 10 kids and they were really well behaved, and it was a lot of fun. I felt like I was rushing through stuff because we just had a lot of activities today, but it was a lot of fun. It was a good time. But now I am kind of ready to be home and quiet, but I'm also very excited about lunch out because we haven't been in a while. So I'm excited for that, but yeah, I have a bit of a headache. Sad day. All right, it is 3 o'clock and I just got done with ice cream. It was the after party from lunch. It was so good. I had a waffle cone with 2 scoops of ice cream, this Oreo and chocolate peanut butter. It's delicious. My stomach will probably not feel so great later, but it was really good. But now it's 3 o'clock and all I want is a nap, but I'm gonna go home and film. That is the plan. So gonna film, put some comfy clothes on first, try to fix the hair a little bit, and then read for the rest of the day. I was super productive yesterday, so I don't feel like I need to be productive today. Yay. And then sprints tonight for Catch-Up-a-thon. Yay. Hey, so I just finished listening to The Survivors. That ending scene was super intense. I was wrong. My suspicions were wrong. I did not see that end to the mystery. It was a little sad overall, a little heavy, and everything doesn't get wrapped up in a pretty little bow. You do learn the answers that you really want to learn, but it doesn't, like, we don't get the epilogue of like what happened after that. It just kind of ends right when it gives you the answers, which I kind of like and I kind of don't like. I think I'm used to getting a little bit more, a little bit of everything getting wrapped up, but it wasn't necessary. So I think it's good. Like, yeah, it's really good. Maybe 4 stars. It was at times a little slow, I think. Not a lot of action going on, but I did really like it. So I think I'm going to give it 4 stars. And there you go. My third finish. That's my third finish for Catch-Up-A-Thon. So very exciting. I am going to now, I ended up only filming one video because I do have another one that's already filmed. And then I have this vlog that will go up. So that's 3 videos for this week. I don't need to film anymore until next weekend, which is nice. So I am going to edit and upload right away because I just filmed my October mid-month wrap up. So I'm going to go ahead and edit that and get it up right away. And then I have sprints tonight with Amy for Catch-Up-A-Thon. And if I can, I'll finish Attic Child before doing sprints. But I have been just sitting for a long time. But I mean, that is what it is. I was super productive yesterday. I don't mind sitting for a lot. I would like to finish Attic Child today though as well. And then make some progress in Other Birds. And potentially start something else. My hold on Libby through the library came in for The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which is, again, not on my TBR. I keep starting books that are not on my TBR. But I am making some awesome progress with Book of the Month books. So I finished Part of Your World. I finished Once There Were Wolves. And I've finished The Survivors. And I'm like 60 pages from finishing Attic Child. That will be 4. Other Birds will be 5 if I get Addie LaRue done. And then like a couple more maybe from my actual TBR for my burger. Here's the thing, like, I'm not paying attention to my burger. So I may have to read what I want to read and then build the burger at the end. It's kind of what I do anyway. I realized I probably should have vlogged the whole Catch-Up-A-Thon spiel. I'll just do a separate wrap up just for Book of the Month books. That's what I think I'm going to do. But all right, I'm going to get up and move around for a few minutes and then I'm going to edit. And then I'm going to sit back down in this chair and read. I love weekends. Hello, good morning. It is Monday morning and I realized as I was getting into bed last night that I have not come on to kind of wrap up the weekend. So I'm ready for work and have a few minutes. So I thought I would do that right now before getting my day going. I had a really good reading weekend. I totally started and finished The Survivors. It's like awkward angling here. The Survivors by Jane Harper. I totally finished the whole thing. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It's not my favorite Jane Harper, but I did really enjoy the mystery. I found it to be compelling all the way through. It was not particularly fast-paced, but I just enjoy in a mystery the wondering and the suspicion and trying to figure out who's hiding things and who might not be telling the truth. And I did appreciate, I'm not a fan of unreliable narrators, and there were not unreliable narrators. I mean, not everybody was being totally forthright with the things that they were telling as the detectives were trying to figure stuff out and whatnot, but they just would kind of keep information to themselves rather than sharing everything they know. But there weren't unreliable narrators as far as like drinking too much, and like that's a pet peeve of mine in thrillers and mysteries, is that unreliable narrator. So how many times can I say that phrase? Yeah, so this one was really good. It was a really good audio. I love hearing the Australian accent, and I'm sure there are multiple Australian accents, but I enjoyed hearing that in the narrator's voice. And yeah, it was really good. So then I had started this before, but I was really kind of near the beginning when I started the weekend, but I totally finished The Attic Child by Lola J. Loved this. I finished it during sprints last night. I was crying. I was crying pretty hard. I really feel like Lola J did a great job of taking me on a journey as far as like the rise and fall of the plot. So this book, we know right from the get-go that there are going to be two storylines, and both of these kids are going to be locked in the attic. Well, it was over 100 pages in before either of them was in the attic. So there's this building tension of how is this going to happen? What's going on? And then eventually both of them and the atrocities that they experienced and the abuse. And it was like the lowest of the low point in the book. But then I'm so thankful she brought us back up. And as always, when there's dual timeline, there's a connection between the two timelines. And so discovering that was really cool. And then just this, not like redemption as in it's okay what happened to them, but what they made of their lives even after experiencing such trauma, and the connection between the two of them. And yeah, it just had me crying by the end. It was so good. It's a chunker of a book. It was my cheese book for the burger. But I'm so glad that I read this, and anyone who told me they thought I would like this, you were right. And then finally this weekend, I read a little bit last night during sprints of Other Birds, and I read a little bit of this on Saturday morning as well. There it is. In our sprints last night, there was a handful of people who did not like this, and even some who DNF'd it. But I'm already past the point where at least one person DNF'd it, and I'm really glad to say that I'm still really enjoying it. There are ghosts characters, which I'm not mad about. They're not creepy ghosts at this point. They're memory ghosts, like lingering ghosts, because the people haven't let them go in a way. But it just feels quirky and charming still, even though it's a little bit darker, I might say, than some of the other books of hers that I've read. So I'm still enjoying Other Birds, and I'm not quite halfway, but I will make some progress in this today. But overall, though, completing 2 books and making progress in a third is a fantastic reading weekend, if you ask me. And then I also got to get outside a little bit, taking my little buddy to the pumpkin patch the other day and going for a walk at the park. And yeah, it was a really beautiful fall weekend. I do need to get going because it's time for me to leave for work. So I appreciate you watching this video. I would love to chat with you down in the comments about anything you saw or heard me talk about, or anything else that you want to chat about. I always love talking with you down in the comments. Thanks for hanging out with me and spending a few minutes of your day watching this video. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to talking with you in another video very soon. Bye.